What is the best for savings or investments in the UAE? I'm going to probably create some controversy with this answer, but hear me out. The best investment and savings method highly depends on your economic situation. If you are a high net worth individual HNWI, you have access to far more attractive and sophisticated products to invest in than the average Joe. Each situation is different, so let me start off by saying there is never a best investment. Sure, certain products in certain jurisdictions seem and may be more attractive than others. With that said, what seems to be a very attractive investment opportunity in the UAE currently? At this point in time, I'd say it's real estate. Now hold up, you might be saying, what the real estate? But the market is tanking in the UAE. Why would I want to invest in real estate? The answer: to take advantages of the opportunities the masses don't see. You may disagree with me, which is fair, but it's hard to disagree or discredit one of the most successful investors of all time, Warren Buffett, who has stated, "Be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful." If you haven't heard, Berkshire Hathaway opened up a property investment arm recently in the capital. If that isn't an indicator, I don't know what is. Sure, a lot of people have seen the values of their properties have over the last 4 to 5 years in Dubai in particular. However, realize that these losses are not real until an investor sells. Guess what? If your property went from 2 meters to 1 meter, and you chose not to sell, you haven't lost 1 meter. Right now is the best time to buy real estate in the UAE, provided you can afford to set your investment aside and not touch it for a few years, and not get emotional with your investments. No one can say for sure if we're at the bottom, but one thing's for certain: we're very, very close. So what are the options available? Well, there's 3 to 1. Buy a property outright in cash, earn rental income, and sell at a higher price in a few years when the prices rise too. Put down a down payment for 25 to 35% of the property value and mortgage the rest. Risky in these conditions. Same thing, offset the mortgage payments with rent and sell when the prices climb. 3. Invest nominal amounts using real estate crowdfunding and start earning rental income and sell at a higher price later, like option 1, but with a lot less capital. In these market conditions, the easiest and perhaps lowest risk method is option 3. You can invest whatever amount you want without putting yourself at risk of liquidity issues and still capitalize on current market conditions. The yields are pretty attractive too, anywhere between 6.5 to 8.5%. There will be a time when these property prices go up, and when they do, I assure you, you will be kicking yourself and asking why you didn't invest, especially when you had the option. Saving money remains a top priority among many residents in the UAE, but unfortunately, only a few are able to set aside a huge portion of their income to secure a comfortable retirement or fulfill their financial goals in life. According to a survey by Payfort, an Amazon company, the majority of people living in the UAE, 38%, are able to save only 10% of their income, while only less than a quarter, 23%, manage to leave 10 to 25% of their earnings untouched. A worrying 28%, nearly 3 out of 10 people, are not saving at all. If the majority of the earners make less than $10,000 a month, that means most people barely manage to spare less than $1,000 or nothing at all every payday. But financial advisors say those who are determined to build their income should not despair, because no matter how small the savings they make each month, be it $100, $250 or $1,000, they can still see their money grow. The key is not to stash that unspent income in a jar or zero-interest bank account. In fact, people don't need to set aside a ton of dirhams to become an investor, and it doesn't require a master's or PhD to put that small money to work. Stocks are one of the most popular investment options for those who don't belong to the high net worth segment. They are quite affordable, and you can buy shares from some of your favorite companies for less than $100. It is ideal to buy multiple stocks, say, a minimum of 5 or 6, to have a diversified portfolio. It is important to note, however, that when buying stocks, one must enlist the services of a discount broker instead of a full-service professional, which only works with investors who have a lot of money to invest or those who can afford to pay a high minimum deposit and commission. UAE is miniature world in itself. With over 170 nationalities residing here, they have access to multiple instruments to save or invest into any asset class. Cash, bonds, equity, property, commodities and hedge funds, you name it. Banks, mutual funds, stock brokers, insurance companies, both local and international, are accessible to anyone, irrespective of the volume of money they could set aside. A word of caution though. You do need a trusted advisor, who can understand your goals, affordability and flexible options suitable to your changing circumstances. It's a much less regulated market, compared to the developed countries. You might come across Ponzi schemes, fly-by-night operators and outright frauds. Eventually it's buyer beware principle that prevails.